Sup? Hello everyone, welcome. I know it's been a while, but we're finally back. We are so back. So let's begin. I'm gonna listen to the entire Ultrakill Layer 7 OST, also known as the Violence Layer. There's 8 songs featured. I'm gonna go through it in order of the playlist in Hakita's YouTube channel. Yeah. So yeah. Let me just set this up. All right. Well, let's go. First song is called The World Looks White. I like it. Lullaby. Very innocent sounding, but also sad. Very nice modulation. Ooh, strings coming in. Crescendo. I like it. I like it. Nice delay effects. Ooh. We are about to cook. It's the bass coming in. Watch out for the bass. This is so sinister. Ooh. It's a foreshadowing. No, it's Hakita's classical sensibilities again. This sounds very Bach. Bach, Mozart. Your time has come. So much atmosphere and emotion, so much drama. The world looks red. Now we're cooking. I like that. Triplets. Ooh. Very dramatic metal, symphonic metal even. Oh my goodness. The harmonies are all classical chorale. This is a Mozart chorale piece disguised as a heavy metal piece. Classic Hakita, am I right? Ooh, there we go. This is all classical. This is even using a lament musical form. Yeah, that's Mozart. Damn. Mozart metal. Yeah, let's call it that. Mozart metal. Woo! This could be a choir, an operatic choir. But Hakita wanted to be metal. So nice rhythmic change. I like it. Moves up the pace. Tat, 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 tat. Nice. A breather. Oh, it's the music box. From The World Looks White, I think. It's a callback. Nice. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. That's what I'm talking about. Very nice halftime. It's back to the classical harmonies, the lament style. Probably make a video about the lament style. Yeah, very classical. Oh, that is a great deceptive modulation. Oh, do you hear that? There's a church organ. Whoa. This sounds very hymnal, like a church hymn. And there's always something about a church organ that makes it sound very gothic horror, Dracula and all that. Oh, that sounded very hopeful, that part. There's something hopeful about this part, something more positive instead of gloomy. Nice. I like that. Oh, that bell sounds like a major chord, a positive harmonic chord. Nice. Why does YouTube keep change the playlist so fast? Yeah, welcome everyone to another edition of me listening to music about a game I will never play. So, what is lore? I'm just interested in music theory and nothing else, unless it is a game I like. Ultrakill is not one of those. But the music, I'll check it out. This one is called Bull of Hell. Oh, this is very interesting. This sounds very much like Indonesian gamelan, traditional Indonesian gamelan. Even the pattern and even the sounds. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but that is what it sounds like. Oh, this is gamelan metal. Yeah, that is a combination. Southeast Asian symphonic metal. Brilliant. Yeah, this is definitely traditional gamelan inspired. Even the use of rhythms instead of melodies. There's no parts that are obviously singable at first listen. This is great. This is a total different style from the usual Ultrakill. Nice tempo change. I can imagine. Wow. Indonesian traditional dancers with all their great costumes, but doing an interpretation of this in metal. That with a great experimental combination. Yeah, it's highly rhythmic and atmospheric. Very different approach. Oh, drum solo. Wow. That is intense. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's waltz rock. Space gamelan. Very nice. I like it. I think there's a certain thin line between gamelan and computer music. By the way, I'm not gonna read lore. I'm not gonna read like a novel. It has useless information for me because I will not really play the game. It means nothing to me. I just like to nerd over music, the harmonies, the techniques, and the composition. And if you don't like that, I'm not the creator for you. Do robots dream of eternal sleep? Isaac Asimov. Do robots dream of electric sheep? That's definitely an Isaac Asimov reference right there. But nice, nice logo right here. All right, let's listen to Do Robots Dream of Eternal Sleep? Definitely dreamlike, psychedelic even. Ooh, very nice. The synth is moving left and right on my left and right speakers. Well, in-ear monitors. Oh. Definitely dreamlike, but also positive and hopeful sounding. Kind of. It's ambiguous. And it's got to do with how the chords are being used. There's major and minor chords, and then there are in-between chords, therefore blurring the emotion. Is this supposed to be happy? Is it supposed to be sad? No. It's a mix of everything in between. That's a great compositional technique. Yeah, I can imagine some flashbacks happening or something. By the way, what I'm imagining is non-canon. I'm just making stuff up in my head because I like that. That's part of my process in imagining stories on my own. And that's just how I process music. Oh, there you go. Flashbacks. I hear gunshots in the background, part of the soundscape. So definitely something to do with memories or something. Yeah. Somebody asked, is this live? Yeah, this is live. This is live. Who asked that? Who asked that? Well, also somebody asked, what took me so long? Hollywood, baby. If you look at one of my previous videos, I have a video called Letting Go of a Dream, and I explain how Hollywood found me and got me to work on a show with Warner Brothers and Fox, and it was an intensive 6 months of me just composing music for a TV show. So if you were interested to learn the story about that, that is why. That is why I took a break from YouTube. Hollywood. This next song is called Hear the Siren Song, Call of Death. Very nice poetic title. Another very textural piece. Yes, this is the Ultrakill soundtrack that I remember mostly. Solid chords, textural, but lots of wall of sound. I really love the drums on this one. For the violence layer, the drums have been great. Very visceral and tribal. Philip Glass. This is a Philip Glass kind of style. Modernist, classical, but also minimal. Yeah, I love that. So far, it's been 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Cool breaks right there. Kind of Metroid-ish. Whoa. This is great. Oh. It's like I'm watching a drummer play live. It's always a thrill. It's very improvisatory. And even I know if it's recorded music, that's how it feels. So that's amazing. Definitely sounds very militaristic. Dun, dun, bam, bam. Very nice play on time signatures. Oh. Nice. Again, Hakita is a genius when it comes to ambiguous emotions. This is a great example of that. There are few seconds where it sounds, is it supposed to be sounding happy or hopeful? But it's all like blurred in between. And I appreciate that. I love this. Da, 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 da. Oh. Nice. Yeah, this is more sounding like some of the older Ultrakill soundtracks that I've checked out on your behalf. So I think Hakita is a master of this ambiguous emotional composition. You will hear a lot of compositions or songs where there are chord progressions that sometimes sound happy or sad, but then they blur the lines in between, and it's all sounding so ambiguous. I think that's a great term for it. Ambiguous emotional composition. And yeah, I don't know if that's related to the story or how the story is presented. You would know. And yeah, that's just me analyzing from a third party perspective. By the way, I see a lot of people in chat suggesting songs for me to react to. Do you know that stream chats always get deleted or something? It gets buried. So it's very useless to suggest songs here in a live chat. That's why I have pinned the comment where That's why in the pinned comment, there's a link that will lead you to my official suggestion form. Use that instead, which is a more permanent solution. We got 4 more songs to check out. And the last will be War Without Reason. That's the last song. But for now, the next one is going to be Suffering Leaves, Suffering Leaves. Ooh. Oh, no, just 3 more songs. My bad. Suffering Leaves, Dance Macabre, and War Without Reason. And I know a lot of you have been asking me to listen to War Without Reason for the longest time. We're finally going to check it out together. But first, Suffering Leaves, Suffering Leaves. Okay, I will restart it, but let me just say that I know that the Ultrakill soundtrack has this typical symphonic metal play style, symphonic metal musical composition style, and that's become the brand of Ultrakill as well, the wall of metal sound. And that's great. It has its own auditory identity. But sometimes, always sometimes, I would appreciate when the soundtracks veers off into a unconventional direction. I think, for example, for this Violence Layer, I like the one with the Gamelan sound. And I think in the previous Ultrakill video, I would say I like the one that sounds like Philip Glass, minimalistic, kind of minimal heavy metal elements, but sounds more like a experimental Philip Glass. I like when the soundtrack sometimes veers off into the more neoclassical kind of direction. But then, of course, that's mostly personal bias because I'm mostly a classical trained musician. So, you know, that is my jam. But then again, I grew up in the 90s grunge era. So it's all like all a mix of musical styles and emotions in my head. But anyway, back to the music. Suffering Leaves, Suffering Leaves. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. This is like a Schubert string quartet, a requiem, a funeral song, something like that. Oh, this dissonance here, spicy dissonance. I love that. Oh. Oh my goodness, those string counterpoints. Oh my goodness. Somehow it's reminding me of old school Final Fantasy VII soundtracks. Oh, that's a great playfulness on low frequencies. Da, 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 da. Those are note frequencies pitched down. Oh, we're in Mozart territory now. Very nice. Okay, so I think a lot of you are always asking me to check out lore, check out stories, and I'm probably going to make a separate video about this. But the reason why I'm not interested in lore, because checking out lore in relation to a piece of music, that is mostly a non-musician thing. Because, for example, instrumental music can usually be abstract. Non-musicians usually veer towards songs with lyrics because it's easier for them to understand. It has words, it has lyrics. So there's definitely an obvious meaning attached to it. But instrumental music such as this, classical music, it's a different kind of appreciation. And usually, non-musicians need something that is non-abstract to attach meaning to this music. And that's usually story in a movie, lore in a game, or somebody's story or somebody's song lyrics or poetry attached to that instrumental piece of music. But composers, such as myself, we are the total opposite. We see the stories in just the instrumental harmonies. The harmonies, the chord progression, the decisions the composer made in writing this counterpoint, this melody, this harmony, this chord progression, that is a story on its own. And we composers studied 5-6 years to understand the meanings of these layers. So for me, lore in a game or in a movie that I'm not interested in, I mean, I play games, but I don't play all games. There are some games where I will play it for whatever reason, but I don't have time to play all the games. I don't have time to play or I don't have time to watch all the movies or read all the 10 pages of lore in whatever. But when I listen to 3 minutes of music, or 2 minutes of music, I can already understand the composition or the composer's intention or the story behind the music, you know? And sometimes with just these harmonies alone, there are stories you can pick out, even if it's kind of abstract stories. And that's the only thing I'm interested in. I don't really care about whatever lore or whatever sword 10-year history or this robot. That doesn't help me. In fact, that ruins my experience of the music. So, you know, if you're suggesting that, you're probably not a professional composer or somebody who studied music, because you have to associate instrumental music with text or story. And I'm not saying this to brag or something. I'm just stating it as a matter of fact. That's just how composers think. That's just how composers who've composed for 30 years of their life, such as myself, that is how we think. And if you can't accept that, then yeah, I'm not the creator for you. Anyway, let's continue with the music. Danse Macabre. Yeah, so we're heading into the second to the last song. And then after that, War Without Reason. Oh, nice. It's maintaining that same string quartet classical vibe. All the dissonances, of course. Oh, this sounds very hopeful and beautiful. Oh. Nope. It's like a rug pull. Oh, nice. Regular vibe. Yeah, this will be fun to play on guitar. Somehow it reminds me of old school Contra for the NES. It's metal, but it's kind of chill. Oh, there's the fugal harmony elements again, classical. Da 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 da. It's very baroque, very Bach. Oh, I love all these rug pulls. Yeah, the music is making you vibe to a certain feeling and then pulls it under you. Yeah, even if the instrumentation is heavy, it feels light and floaty, like floating. But then again, it's typical on brand with Ultrakill. Wall of sounds, wall of chords without a melody. Ah. Leftover violins. Leftover violins. I like all those slide downs. Okay, shh. YouTube, stop preempting me. All right, thank you so much for joining me in checking out Layer 7 of Ultrakill. We have now reached our final song for the stream, War Without Reason. But also, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this. A lot of you have been requesting for me to check this out. So thank you for your patience. I really appreciate your patience, and now we're here at this moment. And also, I'm gonna think whether I'm gonna edit this entire stream into properly edited videos. But then again, some of you, you'll say, hey, didn't you already upload this? Oh, you probably only watched the stream, but anyway, War Without Reason. There's something jazzy about it. This is a vibe. It's somebody overconfident walking the streets, yeah. It's like somebody saying, hey you, fight me. Yeah, so far I love all the drums. The drum programming in Layer 7. Really tasteful. We are back in the classical Bach. Bach in the back. Bach in the Bach. Classical, very classical, this one. A classical requiem, a classical lament. Mozart, Bach. Oh, I love that dissonance right there. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. That's Beethoven, kind of. Moonlight Sonata-ish. Very nice shift. A little chill breather. Chiptune. Again, like I said, I love the drum programming in Layer 7. Very heavy. Oh. This is fugal writing. This is like advanced Bach. Toccata in fugue. I like that there's a subtle choir in the background, like angels being subdued. Uh-oh. Chaos is happening. It's an alarm. Very nice. Jungle? I love that. Very, what is it? Threatening. Oh, that bass. Da, 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 da. Yeah, this is classic Ultrakill soundtrack. There's again that wall of sound with classical elements. Yeah. Very Ultrakill. From a musical standpoint, of course. Very atmospheric, I like it. I always appreciate when found sounds or everyday sounds like alarms or car horns are translated to musical form. There's the Bach piano part again. Oh my. It's like the wall of sound and the classical elements like fighting each other in a tasteful way. I'm feeling a really good build-up here. Oh. Very nice. Yeah, thank you everyone for suggesting me to check out Ultrakill Layer 7, also known as Violence. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, especially the drum programming has become even more advanced. I think Hakita and whoever the person who programmed the drums, probably Hakita as well, just really evolved, and lots more complexity in the drum patterns, lots more fillers, like every empty space is filled with sound. And of course, I always appreciate the moments when the genre veers off in a more conventional, unconventional way. I think for me personally, what the standout piece for me is the one that sounds like a Gamelan. I think, is it World Looks Red? Or is it Bull of Hell? Oh yeah, I think for me personally, I like Bull of Hell because of its incorporation of Southeast Asian, Indonesian gamelan kind of sensibilities. And that's nothing. That's you don't usually hear that in video game music. In fact, you don't even hear that usually in Hollywood films. Yeah, that's something that is experimental and daring in a artistic way. I like when a composer attempts that kind of experimentation. And yes, Zainide says, my country mentioned. Yeah, and in fact, I visited Indonesia and Malaysia and have, in fact, collaborated with actual gamelan musicians. So I know what I'm talking about. I studied how to play some of those gamelan instruments myself. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. And I will see you in the next stream or in the next video. And there's going to be a lot of videos coming up because now I am back. I took a long break after that Hollywood project, and just to avoid burnout, because 6 months of intensive composition every day, it's like I wake up, I start writing music like for 8 hours and then sleep. For 6 months, it's like that because you have to submit the music every week it's an episodic TV series. So yeah, definitely burnout inducing. So after that, I took a couple or 3 more months of just doing nothing. But now we're back. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your company. I appreciate it. And I will see you when I see you. Bye.